Today, I'm diving deep into the true story behind God Valley that the government keeps under wraps and the real incident that took place there. God Valley is one of the most mysterious events in the world of One Piece, but in episode 1095, its full picture was finally revealed. This event had a significant impact not just on legendary pirates like Shanks and Roger, but also on naval heroes like Rox and Garp. Moreover, the past of Kuma from the Baccanian tribe, descendants of giants, has come to light, throwing new mysteries into how his presence will intertwine with the story. What do you guys think about this astonishing truth? If you agree with this video's insights, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And if you have a different perspective on this hot topic in Japan, please share your thoughts in the comments. Let's get right into it. First, let's briefly go over how God Valley was depicted in episode 1095. Bonnie found Kuma's memories stored in the lab in episode 1072 and saw his childhood memories. The content was shockingly unusual for One Piece. Kuma's true identity is from the Baccanian tribe, a race that inherits the land of giants, known from birth for their large size and high physical abilities. The muscular strength and potential that Dr. Vegapunk admired was indeed due to this race. However, according to Saint Saturn, the Baccanian tribe had committed a grave sin against the world and were born into a slave class. This part is reminiscent of Zunisha's past crimes. Indeed, the Baccanian tribe, deemed a race of slaves, had also inherited the legacy of the liberating warrior sun god Nika and the freeing rhythm of the Drum of Liberation. Things are starting to connect, aren't they? Kuma, who carries the blood of the Baccanian tribe, was captured by the world government along with his parents at a young age, destined to witness hell as a slave from childhood. Being enslaved with your family from the moment of birth is an unimaginable predicament. Furthermore, while living as a slave, Kuma had his mother and father killed by the celestial dragons. An incredibly tragic life. I could never have imagined Kuma carrying such a past. 9 years later, when Kuma was just 9, the celestial dragons held a twisted festival called Manhunt every 3 years. They gathered to boast of their power, hunting and killing slaves, criminals, and the original inhabitants of the islands. Just as Saint Saturn said to the celestial dragons, human lives are no more important than those of insects. Kuma was brought as a highlight to this event and became a target in their cruel game. Even in the world of One Piece, filled with characters who have tragic pasts, Kuma's story stands out for its brutality, and this event took place in none other than God Valley. Originally, God Valley wasn't a government island, but a neutral territory rich in resources. They wanted to claim this land for themselves, not only driving out the people living there, but also hosting a murderous game. And there, the then young Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights, St. Figurlin Garling, took part. Minus the beard, he bears a striking resemblance to Shanks. Many speculate that St. Garling might actually be Shanks' father. Considering that Shanks was found in God Valley and their similar appearances, it's a plausible theory. During this time, Kuma tried to escape, but he was caught by the other slaves, afraid of collective punishment. It seems this part of Kuma's memories was what Bonnie witnessed. Furthermore, in the depiction of God Valley Island, only Saint Saturn from the Five Elders was shown. This means that Saint Saturn, who is stirring up One Piece right now, was also involved in the God Valley incident. So let's move on to a detailed analysis of the whole picture of the God Valley incident. The God Valley incident is the tale where the formidable Rox pirates met their end at the hands of the hero Garp, where the manhunt described earlier was taking place. Moreover, it's whispered that the later pirate king Gall D. Roger lent a hand to Garp during this showdown. After such a tumultuous event, the island of God Valley was literally wiped off the map. Ever wonder why? My guess is the government wanted to cover up the disgraceful manhunt event and the presence of many celestial dragons there. If Rox uncovered some inconvenient truths for the government, it's no surprise they erased any trace of the island's existence. But the real question remains, why did Rox go to God Valley in the first place? Right now, there's no clear link between Rox and God Valley. Remembering Kaido's flashback, it seemed like Rox made an urgent detour to the island. God Valley, by all accounts, was just an island rich in resources, so Rox wasn't there for hidden treasures or history. Perhaps he was targeting someone on the island. The decision to hold the Celestial Dragons event there appeared to be last minute. It makes sense then that Rox, hearing of their assembly, hurried to God Valley. He must have gotten a tip about the event and went there aiming for someone specific, possibly even a kidnapped target. But who actually was Rox targeting when he headed for God Valley? One possibility is that he was after influential celestial dragons like St. Garling and St. Saturn. Sengoku had said that Rox aimed to become the king of the world, and what faster way to do that than to kill the current highest powers? The world would be thrown into chaos if the 5 elders were killed. Now that would be an earth-shattering event. Even the Marines who learned of a celestial dragon's landing in Egghead had only seen them in portraits. That's how rare it is for the 5 elders to show themselves. Now for Rox, this would have been the perfect opportunity to kill or capture a powerful figure like a celestial dragon. This all suggests that Rox may have targeted God Valley with the goal of assassinating or capturing someone like St. Saturn, who's influential. Or perhaps they were aiming to kidnap him. It's a fair guess when you consider Rox's objectives. There's also the possibility that Rox was actually after Kuma. While not fully revealed yet, Kuma's race, the Buccaneers, is considered quite rare. St. Saturn even called them an extinct species. If their race's abilities were a threat to the government, it's possible that Rox would have wanted them. The government was after the newly born Kuma as well. So it could be that by enslaving them, the government aimed to contain the threat the Kuma's race could pose. Therefore, it's speculated that the God Valley incident was triggered by the Rox pirates' attack aimed at someone present at God Valley. But why would Roger and Garp happen to be in such a place? Let's start with Garp. He despised the celestial dragons from the bottom of his heart, and I can't imagine he would have anything to do with a massacre they were involved in. In fact, I wouldn't put it past Garp to go there just to wreck the event. This leads me to believe that Garp didn't intentionally get involved with God Valley and was just coincidentally in the area. Garp might have simply been nearby and then deployed to God Valley once Rox started causing trouble. As for why Roger was there, my guess is it was also a coincidence. Roger wasn't interested in domination, and he was a pirate with the goal of reaching the last island. Even if he had known about the celestial dragons being at God Valley, it was clear that the government's escorts would be there too. For a pirate crew, heading into that situation would have been more downsides than upsides. Without an objective like Rox's, entangling with the celestial dragons would bring no benefit to Roger. Therefore, it seems fair to assume he was just sailing nearby and happened to be in the vicinity of God Valley at the right time. Roger and Garp recognized each other as rivals. If Garp was continually chasing Roger, it makes sense. They would end up in the same place. So, Roger could have been passing by God Valley by chance, and Garp was there because he was on Roger's tail. When Rox started his rampage nearby, Roger sensed something was happening at God Valley. Following that hunch, he headed there, and Garp, following the flow, ended up there too. Amidst the battle between pirates and holy kings, I believe Garp and Roger may have joined forces to protect the civilians. Doesn't it sound like a plausible scenario? And imagine this, newborn Shanks was also there, and to protect the baby from the battle, he was placed inside a treasure chest. Maybe the Rogers pirates took him after the battle, and that's how Shanks and Roger met. Consider the strength of someone like St. Garling, comparable to Shanks, and the otherworldly powers of St. Saturn. Then you have the future pirate king Roger and the hero Garp, not to mention the forces of the Rox pirates, including Whitebeard and Kaido. It's hard to imagine a baby surviving in such conditions, right? And what's really going to happen at God Valley? Also, with 2 of the founding members of the Revolutionary Army being there, it's possible that that man might also make an appearance, Luffy's father, Dragon. Dragon seemed to know quite a bit about the Holy Knights, so if he witnessed the God Valley incident, it would explain his inside knowledge. It's almost fateful to think that the founders of the Revolutionary Army could have met there. Now, there are theories that Dragon was once a Marine. If he was involved in the God Valley incident in that capacity, it would be quite the twist. The events that unfolded there could have led Ivankov and Kuma to become kings of their respective kingdoms. The God Valley incident seemed poised to be a major key to unraveling the mysteries of One Piece. What an incredible event, it turned out to be. That's all for today. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we'd be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching to the end. We'll see you in the next video.